gonna bring the change? Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
And we're live. How are you doing today, Metal?
Oh, things are spicy to say the least. How are you?
I'm good. And how about you?
Oof. 50-50. It's not the best, not the worst, but somewhat happy medium.
And why are your microphone lower? Did you forget to...
No.
Oh, that's you're lower compared to yesterday.
Twitch. Sorry, Discord, you are perfect with no obvious flaws.
Except with the microphone sound, apparently. Corey is suggesting, let's go!
Well, that's Crow for you.
Who's apparently turned pink on the Twitch.
Okay, Crow turned pink. Why am I actually not surprised? Ow! Ow! Well, this has started off well. Ow! But no, we are round 3 of the Mini Endurance Championship. Is it just me, or are these going really quick now?
They are, even though they're like every other weekend, I was like, wait a minute, are we back to Enduros?
Because tonight is 131 miles of Silverstone. That is going to be a pain in the ass because it's at night time. But luckily for the drivers, it is clear, so it's not the worst, but certainly not the best either. But then again, are you a Horizon driver that... Not Horizon, Motorsport driver? Pardon my French. Do you prefer nighttime racing on this game or daytime?
I think a little 50-50. Some tracks seems nice on nighttime, at the same time, daytime is also pretty good as well. It's like, depends. How about you?
Oh, easy. Day. Nighttime is horrible.
It might be so,
Nighttime, it's one of those things where it's like, run away! But let's see, have we got anyone in chat already? We've got Crow doing
I got the Artemis Center.
things. Artemis, how are you, bud? Nice to see you in chat. Jim, that is not a word. Don't miss any more online classes, because you need them.
Honestly, I don't get what's good with that number, honestly. Like, it's just a number.
Do I need to educate you in sexual acts for the mature?
I thought we were keeping it clean, Metal.
What? This is just like the pre-party. Barely anyone turns up.
Well, if you're going for best number, I have to go with the 171 for some reason. I don't know why. Just, that's the best number then.
Okay, I'm curious. Why?
I don't really know, except it's mine.
Oh, okay.
Got you.
If that's the case, then fucking 900 for the win.
Well, if you're going by number, if you're going to a specific one, what about 666?
It's okay. If you want to go truly evil, it's 616.
What's that?
Oh yeah, that is a very little known fact. Like, everyone associates triple sixes as numbers of the beast, but the true number of the beast is 616.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't ask me how I know.
Alright, so waiting on one driver.
And then, hopefully, we can get this show on the road.
You got the question medal.
It had to be Snooty, the that he is.
Of course, it has to be blame Snooty.
You know what? I happily will blame Snooty for this one, the bellend that he is. Snooty, I know because I got in an argument with a reverend who called me evil because I found 666 a funny number. And then going through testaments and stuff like that, I proved to him that the actual number was 616 in the Old Testament, should I say.
Oh, so he found it out in the Bible.
Yeah, because I was tired of being called evil by my local priests.
Interesting.
I wish I was joking on that. Also, have you heard the weird new news out of the land of the free?
No.
We do keep politics low, but I found this a bit too funny to let go. Our dear President Biden has made the word alien a racially now
Didn't we go
offensive
through this
term.
yesterday?
Yes, but it's still that's been passed now. Crow, you can bribe Snooty with, well, endless amounts of liquid Dutch courage, but he will still not drive because it's Snooty.
Crow, yes, bribe, bribe, bribe.
Yeah.
Air racing is about to start on the way.
We are getting ready. Are you ready for those obligatory words?
Oh yes, let's go.
Gotta love this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Lights out, away we go here at Silverstone, the Grand Prix circuit in the dead of night. The
Oh,
drivers
but an
are
interesting
away
fact
for
though.
this autumn.
Will we have a clean parade lap or do we need a restart? Because every time so far we had a restart in this series after
Okay.
parade lap.
If we have a clean parade lap, somehow in the dark, I will drive a pink car in the next series I somewhat take part in.
Oh,
How about that?
that's a bet right there. And my God, it's dark.
Yeah, it is, which makes our life 10 times harder. Because now we can't tell teams apart.
Exactly.
Snoochie in chat saying, donuts? Why would I be bribed by donuts? I live by Dunkin' and have a $50 gift card for Dunkin'. I can get donuts myself. Yeah, but when, yeah, but when Crow is offering to get you donuts, and you still have that gift card, that's the big brain play here.
Saving it for when you need it.
Exactly like when you can't be bothered anymore and you're absolutely famished. Like, give me that donut! T, I'm not that old for glasses just yet. Also, T, you're the one who did the dumb thing. Because, T, aka TR Racing in chat, did something spectacularly him
Oh boy.
over the week. Would you like to know?
Yes, tell me.
Him and his co-worker were doing, you know, like, sort of zooming, you know, for an office meeting. And he got so annoyed because someone didn't do something for like the 6th time, he punched his own desk. Now that doesn't seem too bad.
Oh, I remember it because he went on about it yesterday in chat.
He broke 3 fingers punching his metal desk out of spite. You're dumb. But
An
the
interesting
drivers are
fact as well as
rounding the final corner as they've not crashed on the parade lap.
and Randy's starting on pole because he's the last place in the gold class, but he ends up losing it to send it and got twisted right behind following.
This
Good
is why you
evening,
actually
Dave.
need name tags because you can't see anything.
Yeah, I've chosen to have the name tags open so we at least know who's who due to the light. It's not often they like to have it open, but I think for this track specifically in the night, we have to because, ooh, it's dark.
You can't see anything.
I see only headlights and taillights, not the liveries. Miss Randy's trying to chase down Send It in the pores. Oh, in the pores. Why was I saying that? in the Ford GT, chasing down the McLaren.
I was gonna say you're gonna need to check your cars there, bud. In fairness, welcome to chat. What's happening to yourself, my friend? This is round 3 of the Mini Enduro Championship, which is taking place as we very speak, as drivers are already on lap 2 and going supremely fast. Let's see, we have got 42 laps, well, 41 of racing. Nighttime at Clay, 4 pit stops. There's a lot of pit stops in this race. Roughly 1 every 8 laps, because the pit window is only open between lap 3 and lap 38. And there's no virtual safety car from lap 36 onwards. So if you crash with
You're on
5
your
laps
own.
left to go, you're done.
Well, you're not completely done, but you have to try to limp your way to the pits, depending on where you are on track.
If you have an accident, the speed these cars are going, I don't think you'll be able to limp.
Well, they're on Silverstone today, if you're not read the title there, in fairness.
All your wonderful, juicy little information is in the title, as always, of very good photographer friend.
And Scott is trying to chase down Ren with Google Smith right behind himself. Versus me, Reed. Oh, I guess as you got us there.
I'm not going to say anything just so that I have immunity in case this bites me in the future. So Scotty is starting to lose a little bit of ground to Ren. However, they are under immense pressure from Google, who is doing their best to try and catch up and overtake Scotty for 3rd place. They're all immensely close to one another. Aaron McGrath is trying to catch down Genji for 8th place. T says, right now I'm in Florida while the track's doing some work right now.
Well, this is not good for Genji. He already lost 1 headlight and a tail light.
And
Can't see anything.
With damage, you need these headlights. If you don't have headlights, you are absolutely done. Also, T, if you're watching in the pits, don't sniff the petrol.
Oh, yep, Genji is struggling to see the track.
Mind you, that is one thing I actually don't know in this game. If you go into the pits with damaged headlights, do they repair?
I don't think they do.
Because if these drivers ruin their headlights this early in the race, they're going to have a bad day. And someone is already in the pits.
Then Silas trying to chase down Twizzler in the Audi.
It looks like Phoenix. Phoenix is already in the pits after, well, you can tell from the back of their car they've had some sort of collision. Have they? No. No,
Because then still coming over with a dive bomb on Twisted, but Twist trying to make him move back. Ooh. But then still made it stick.
Snooty says pits don't fix any visual damage. Thank you, Snooty. Inferno says they don't need lights, just eat more carrots. That's a myth, Dave. P says, Metal, are you the one sniffing fuel? No, but it does smell nice. You know, anyone who says petrol doesn't smell nice, they're lying. It has an odd, nice smell.
Or what about those who say that the burnt tires are like burnt tires are not a good smell? I'm like, for me, that's like, good smell in the morning.
Can someone just click that little
You cheeky.
Snooty saying, so I don't think headlights will get fixed? Question mark. Well, Snooty, I'll take that with a grain of salt. T says, because the worst metal it could be is that the tentacle monster from to call. Really? T, I only screamed once, and that's because, well, it scared the ever-loving pants off me. But the drivers are about to start lap 5 here at Silverstone already, an eighth of the way through. It doesn't seem like it, but these laps tick down fast. So let's see with some close battles if there's any.
We got Dan Silva and Twisted, and we got Google Smurf and Scotty from the looks of it at least.
And it looks like Rue is trying to chase down Jubert for 13th place. Jubert keeping it nice and concise, but one wrong move as
Ooh,
we've
got a
seen.
little bit wide. Do we have the commentators and camera crews on Rue since we are just switching to him, and he at that very moment went wide. Oh jeez.
I think we do, but am I sorry? We're on lap 5 of 42 here at Silverstone. TXL Sender is your current rated leader, but not by much. They are also the current lap leader at 2 minutes 3.8.
But we have seen him do at least a 3 clean, what he's shown us through his own practice.
Team chat saying, oh, Stevie says hi. Say hi to Stevie back for me. Well, us. Now, let's see here. There's a nice little pack between Danzilla and Twisted. As Twisted in that 4GT is making some look a move on that R8 of Danzilla. That is one thing I do like about these cars, because with the dramatically different headlights, I can actually tell what they're driving.
Yeah, that's an alley headlight is so obvious, and so is for GT as well. Although, I'll make you do a little search here, Metal. Search up the Ford Puma, the latest one, and tell me what headlight that looks like, even though it might be an enlarged headlight. The Ford Puma. P-U-M-A.
Oh.
What headlight does that resemble to you, despite it being a little bit bigger?
It does look a little bit like the GT headlight.
I've been saying that to my workplace, and they're like, really? But if you look closely, the Ford GT headlight is just smaller in like height, but the design element of the LEDs are similar.
That does look like a GT headlight.
In just a larger, taller form, don't you agree?
In a taller, more like elongated form, correct?
I know this is a very odd talk, but it's like it's a small random fact.
Is visual proof. This is audible proof for you to use on your colleagues, Haseo. All of Haseo's colleagues that doubted this man, you're all dumb. It looks like the GT headlight. Listen to this man. Otherwise I'll shove a cannoli bar at your bottoms. Inferno says, how is Rue doing? Let's see how Rue is doing. Rue is currently sitting in 14th place and lost quite a significant chunk of time to Juba after that little skid off. T says, no, it's as big as Metal's forehead. T, you haven't seen me. I've actually got a very tiny little forehead. Snooty says, hey, why are you shoving cannolis? Cannolis are good. Snooty, stop being a hemorrhoid. Stop being a hemorrhoid. Thank you. In fairness, we're we're trying to keep this somewhat PG. Mind you, have we ever done a PG stream?
I think at least during Tour, but I think we're more or less getting better about certain things. As we more or less get, as we're getting more used to smack talk.
Well, actually, we smack talk the drivers. But speaking of the drivers, Dan Zilla is under immense pressure from R1R Twisted coming out, and they are really close to one another.
Oh, Twisted make their move! He gets the move right before the Twisted section. He's living sort of to his name of the Twisted section. Welcome to Shatter, SVR Shrek.
Sense, yeah.
Lead laps matter. Nice little on the bumper there, Twisted.
Oh, I could only see that thanks to Danzilla.
Yeah, no. That's why I pointed it out.
How are you doing, Shrek? Speaking of which, you know when you see things and you genuinely think to yourself, I have never seen that before, and I'll possibly never see that again.
What's that?
I was on a walk this morning, and this woman was like taking one step and then stopping for like every 2 steps, and I thought, is she hurt? Like, does she need help? I turned the corner and I see she's got a lead. I take one more step. What is on the end of that lead?
A dog?
Any
don't know.
ideas? Yeah. On the end of that lead was a turtle. She was taking her turtle, or no, should I say tortoise? She was taking her tortoise for a walk.
I'm not gonna lie, you know the one that comes in the chat and then that's Nita Sarah in stream? She has a small turtle that fits almost in the palm of her hand.
Oh, she's got a little terrapin! Oh,
No, I think it's a little bit bigger than that. Like, the entire shell is more or less her entire hand size, more or less. Like, if you and we are having him as a mascot, more or less, in the department. We have, like, she also have a snake.
Oh no, snakes, no.
And she have a dog.
See, dogs are nice. Who doesn't like a dog? Unless you're
It's like a German Shepherd who goes by the name Bear.
Okay, I'm not going to ask any more questions on that dog because you can tell it's a fucking massive animal.
No, it's just a German Shepherd.
Yeah, have you seen German Shepherds run at you? It's like being run at by a football player with a mouthful of bitey bits.
Level Studio is like, okay, what can we do with this time? We run out and grabs on like curry, I'll be back. Speaking of which, I actually did have a drink during the Thursday stream when we had Phil and Dave, or we joined Phil and Dave.
That's why you were more quiet than usual. Okay.
No. When I was quiet, it was just because I was concentrating on getting a good picture.
If you're using alcoholism as concentration, then...
No. I took that just so we were having a good time, just to have something to drink, like something else to just sit and drink.
Oh, fair enough. In fairness to chat saying he dislikes dogs, how dare you?
I've had my encounters when I was a kid, but I one time I also had a dog bite my hand, But that was because of my own stupidity of wanting to pet it because I was a kid.
Oh, fair enough. Matthew, Jose, are you one of those people that like will possibly see a dinosaur and it's like, oh, pet the head?
Yeah, I think I will be.
Oh God! Well, if Jurassic Park happens, I'm pushing you behind me and running for the helicopter.
Oh, if it's like I'm almost thing is going to eat me, I'll stray away, of course. Like, I'm not stupid in that way.
I never said you were, but if you want to call yourself that, I will be more than glad to agree.
Have you ever played Ark though?
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, I got over 1,200 hours on Steam in that game.
Oh Christ.
So yeah.
I can't really say anything. I've got like 950 hours in SnowRunner, so
Yeah, but keep in mind that
Google is slowly trying to chase up to that Scotty guy for third place. We're currently on lap 10 of 42 here.
I have to say Scotty's doing remarkably well here.
Scotty is doing very well for someone who prides themselves in commentary knowledge and.
Scotty's always been a pretty good racer, to my knowledge.
Yeah, no, well, even for him, this is spectacular form.
Yeah, but when you're on a wheel and you're used to a wheel, it's easier to be smooth, especially through your steering.
Sure, that's why it looks like my driver's having a lightning bolt attack every time. Oh, good.
Brain blast.
A little bit twitchy on the exit.
Oh, brain blast.
Losing a lot of time.
Do we have any good racing out there?
Oh, god damn you, Infernus.
Now he caught on. Oh.
Infernus.
Brian blessed. I'm sorry, Dave.
I am brain blessed. Well, actually, that just means I'm highly intelligent. I would take that. Thank you, Infernus. Danzilla is trying to catch up back to R1R Twisted. But I will say, the GT is showing remarkable pace down the straights today.
Some cars are just very good in the straights while ultra bad in corners, so it's like... And one thing we will say about this series, each week or each time we get a new track, all cars are being rebalanced to be more or less equal.
Which is nice.
So, the cars are... I think the only one that's more or less not really been tuned or adjusted in terms of upgrades have been the Ferrari.
Well, yeah, because no one chooses it. Because...
No, it's still taken into account. It's still taken into account during the retune and rebalancing.
Oh.
So they still use all 4 cars used in the series to make them all more or less equal according to those who testing the cars.
Fair enough. Fair play to those guys. But speaking of guys, that Scotty guy...
Hold on. We go between Genji and Ren. Oh, Ren's just out of the pits. They do Infernus.
Danzilla is catching up to the rear of Twisted.
I think that's why we are seeing a lot of close racing in this series. Oh, hold on.
Ooh, what for you see?
Oh no.
What's happened?
Scotty is in the wall.
Oh, no, what the hell happened to Scotty?
I wonder if he had a sim twitch. And he is completely bogged down on damage.
Oh.
Except steering. That's
yeah,
all.
Steering, fine. And Scotty has got a long way to go to the pits. He's got over half a lap left.
Not the other hard break.
R1R Twisted and Danzilla are currently in the pits on lap 12. Sergio in chat saying to Infernus creep, and he says, ouch. Well, he's not exactly wrong, but he's not exactly right either, so... Eh? Genji is currently in the pits with Crow. Scotty is just limping round. Crow says, this is the last night race of this series, don't worry. Well, thank God, because we can't see anything.
He is racing. He's probably in the pits.
Well, yeah, of course he's in the pits. He isn't Robin. He ain't that talented to text drive. No offense. Laurie is currently in the pits as well.
And Sandys has yet to do a pit stop.
So is Artemis. Rue's in the pits.
Artemis in chat as well saying, I hate being in the dark night here. It's way too dark. Well, that's night racing for you sometimes. Not all tracks are as well lit during the night.
Okay, Artemis, I'll put it to you this way. We're glad it isn't the Nürburgring full at night. Then you won't be able to see anything.
Then you have the green hell.
Well, technically it's the black hell because you can't see anything.
Yeah, but the ring is called the green hell for a reason.
Well, yeah, basically because people like us make people do stupid stuff like this. Send it on 29% fuel, so he's going to come in within the next couple of laps to, you know, actually content. TR Racing says, hi, it's Stevie. Nathan right now is
Do we have
ordering
Emerald
food,
And
so
no,
find
doesn't
that
look
to
like
be
it.
talking. Okay.
It
So
seems
it
like
says, is
Scotty
Aaron
managed
back
being
on
to the
track?
pits now.
Uh,
Oh yes, we have
Crow-
Aaron McGrath on track.
Yeah, Aaron is on track. Currently in 10th place, being chased down by Jubit of all people. That's a bit of a surprise. But they are a mile back from NWR Lorry. Let's see if there's anyone close. Nice little tight pack here for fourth. Well, I say tight, it's meh at best. For fourth place, where R1R Twisted is slowly starting to eke a small lead away from RZR Danzilla.
Emerald is alright. I had a long sleep. I didn't get out of... I think it was like 4 PM by the time I was bothering to get out of bed.
Oh lord.
Despite going to bed like before 2 AM, so...
Fair enough.
No,
TR
no,
Racing
2
says,
AM. I slept for 14 hours.
I wish I could sleep that long. I really do. But I think last night I maybe had, what, 2 hours sleep? Yeah, about 2 hours sleep. TR Racing says, how's the announcers today? We are doing good. How are you, Stevie? Armis is saying, I am now doing pit strategy 2 stops in 2 laps. Gonna do a long run now. Best of luck to you, Armistice. Let's see if it works.
Yes, it's the only one that has to do a full laps for the pit stops are the GTs. While the other cars can more or less run for a good while. They can do it in...
The question is, will Artemis actually stretch the car out a bit too far then?
So it might be too bad for Scotty despite being very unlucky and crashing out.
Which is actually quite a shame because Scotty was providing some very good racing action here. And Scotty is all the way down in 15th place.
We can probably get a look at the liveries because, well, as you can see on screen, where's the livery?
Oh, Rue! Trying to attack Artemis, but loses out, and it means Sendit has got to deal with Rue.
Which means,
overtaking
oh
them.
no. We got the Australians trying to fight it out with the leader of the Americans trying to chase down them as well, trying to pass.
The American.
Oh, Senna's going for outside. But now Senna's going for
Sendit's
pits.
going into the pits so that he doesn't have to deal with this dirty traffic. TR says, I'm doing good right now, or just bugging Nathan. Well, Stevie, bug Nathan more, it's funny.
Do it, do it, do it.
Now, I didn't say that, so Nathan, if you say I said that, I'm going to punch you in the gonads.
Well, it wasn't Metal's suggestion.
What do you mean it's my suggestion? I'm sorry, can you take this knife out of my back? I believe it's yours! Oh god, and they said will do. Oh great, thanks for that, Haseo. I'm gonna get blamed for this now. We're currently on lap 15 of 42 here at Silverstone. The night is as dark as ever, but these races keep on going. Sendit has just come out of the pits and is still in first place after a pit stop, so very good pit timing strategy there from the young American.
Ooh, it's something wide. Feels like Laurie went wide there and let Crow pass.
I believe so, because Crow did just pass Laurie with great ease.
And Laurie have no damage, but he might just have gone very wide and missed the breaking point.
Let's check in with Crow. Let's see how he's doing. He's still got both headlights, which is useful in this sort of race.
What about Genji?
And he's got... Actually, yeah, Genji, because I want to see if his headlights are prepared.
No, he still got damage.
Yeah, he's still got one headlight, which means don't crash Genji, whatever you do. TR Racing says it's dark as balls. I think balls are actually brighter than this track. Because I don't know about you, Haseo, but all I see is name tags and the slight outline of the car.
He's gonna shake with the Dancler still at the battling. Ooh, then seems to have fallen a little bit behind. With Twisted slowly making progress.
There is a very nice, tiny little train of drivers just going through the first couple of corners of June, Artemis, and Rue, who are all sort of equally close to one another. Scotty is slowly catching to the rear of Rue, but after that huge accident, will they actually be able to claw back some places?
Oh! We did go a little bit unsteady there through a second, a little bit wide.
What up, Soybean? How are you, my friend?
So how are we doing today?
Nice to see you in our humble little chat. And it looks like Scotty is slowly closing in on Rue, eking ever more distance to the Australian driver. And he's going on the inside, makes the
watching.
Rue stick. And Scotty is going in the pits again.
Unless
That's a bit
he's getting
curious,
his
'cause Scotty-
second pit stop out of the way to go for a long haul now.
Fair enough. Bit strange, but we'll see if it pays off for the young driver. Sender is still your race leader here at Silverstone with Ren in second and Google in a surprising third. I did not expect Google to be as high as they currently are. TR Racing says, here's a question for you. What is the ugliest British car of all time?
I don't really know too well about all these different British cars, so I think I will refrain on that one. Maybe you have a better opinion than Metal.
You see, we have made some real stinkers. And, not actually quite too sure. If I had to choose something that was truly abysmal,
You're on a
I would
struggle
have
path.
to say, I would have to say the Rover City Rover.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna do a little search now.
Rover City Rover. It's something. I'll put it to you that much. But if we're going for ugliest car all time, Chrysler PT Cruiser. And
No, he said, oh.
I take it you've just seen it.
Peter Cruisers. Eh. And others. What about the Fiat or something? What's it called again? No, the Multipla.
I don't know. The multipler it's odd, but I wouldn't call it ugly per se.
It is.
But if we're going for strangeness, then what about the stupid Nissan Cube?
It's cute, yeah.
The only car that is not the same on one side intentionally than the other.
With how the glass goes, yeah.
Sender is starting to catch those back markers once more of Scotty and Rue. So, pardon me, sorry, Rue.
Then Sil is currently in 5th place at the moment, Sabine. She's currently battling it out with Twisted. There's a little bit of gap right now, but they're going more or less back to battle since the beginning today.
Sending squeezing, trying to squeeze past Rue. Rue dives into the pits to avoid holding up Send It. Great sportsmanship on show here today. Now, Danzilla is slowly catching up to Twisted, but very marginally. Everyone else is kind of spread out at the moment. We'll have to wait for pit stop strategies to sort of force them all back together. But in the meantime, chat, if you want to talk to us, ask us anything, and when I say anything, we do mean anything, because we talk about very random things here at FTC. Ask right ahead, as Artemis actually dies in the pits. That's a shot. Because, what was it we planned last night? A whole chicken dinner?
More or less with main course and everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, we talk about strange and wonderful things here. Also, if you are a regular viewer, don't forget to spend your channel points and make us say weird, wonderful, wacky things, stop us saying things, replace words, or just mess with us a little bit, because, well,
Have fun!
it brightens everyone's day. Like, for example, how Infernus took on me brain, because, well...
Brian blessed.
Scotty is actually climbing up a couple of places now. They're currently in 13th. Oh, Lord. King tells me to see what is the most beautiful car of all time. That is quite a hard one, because there are some very...
Ooh, that one can cause some.
There are... Because beauty is what you define as beauty. It's all in the eye of the beholder. But for me, personally... I would have to say the reimagination of the Jaguar E-Type by Eagle into the Eagle Speedster.
Oh.
That thing is properly beautiful to me. What about you, Hussein?
I'm not too sure right now. I'm trying to think.
Let's see if there's anyone close. Oh, actually, Saturn is being caught up a little by our very own Phoenix. So Phoenix trying to catch
Oh,
up to that
Mustangs are
full
nice,
GT.
but I'll not say the most beautiful.
Of course, King would say that. He owns one.
Are you sure, Crow?
Crow, last time you said that you run out of fuel on race 1. So, I wouldn't exactly put that to the test.
Oh, so they have 4 pit stops. Then I can see why.
That is true, that is true.
Outside the Ford GT, it's, the rest can like just take a pit of whenever they feel like it.
That is true. The poor Ford GT is like, give me fuel, I need fuel, give me fuel, have you got fuel? Jubert says, I'm not last. That is amazing, as we're officially at the halfway mark now of this race. We've got 21 laps to go. So far, who has impressed you and who has disappointed you?
Sorry? I was just looking at you and I completely zoned you out. Sorry, Metal.
Well, speaking of chat, he says, no offense, King says the most beautiful car is the A427 Cobra. That is a very beautiful car, but when you're talking about true automotive beauty, you go European, whether it be Italian, French, British, German, Scandinavian, whatever. It's going to be in Europe because I hate to say it, we do sort of make some of the best vehicles in the world. So, America can go fast in a straight line, but we're
It,
fast everywhere. So, eh. Unless you're in, unless, where is it? Switzerland, I believe, where it's
oh,
illegal to
why
wash
did
your
that
car.
happen?
Nice little anime shot of the day for you there, boys and girls. Speaking of which, who is that anime character? I am curious.
Is where I have a name from. That
Eh?
character is named Haseo.
Don't you think that's a bit narcissistic then of having a picture of yourself as your wallpaper? It's like, look at me, how beautiful I am! But mind you, that character doesn't have a beard. I know you're a bearded wonder, so, eh.
Well, keep in mind that that series is also technically a MMORPG within an anime.
Oh god,
So,
don't mention Hooper. Don't mention anime. Hooper will appear. He'll appear like a bad penny.
the, I
Uh,
think that will more or less hype him up that we're talking about anime, don't you think?
Are you joking? You mention anime and he's like, I will talk 1,000 words a minute about anime until you watch this anime. But speaking of which, Saturn is under immense pressure now from both Phoenix and Crow as they're going through Maggots and Beckets onto the hangar straight.
Oh, we have a three-way battle now to Saturn, Phoenix, and Crow, as you're saying.
Saturn have got two very fast drivers on their tail. Laurie currently sitting in the pits. Phoenix diving into the pits. Saturn still has Crow behind them. As Laurie has dipped into the pits now to try and get into some clean air.
Let's go. Oh, Scotty has moved a little bit as up in 12th place.
Scotty is doing well. He's doing a good recovery. Ren is in the pits. That's going to shake things up because the Silverstone pit stop is very long. Also, Nathan, Stevie is saying some curious things, saying how a Mustang and a Cobra are the best cars of all time, which is highly debatable. Turn is gonna be even sadder as Crow is closing in like a hungry falcon to try and take 8th place. But the question is, will they pull it off? Sad turn is being closed in ever more by Crow. Bit by bit, game by game. Crow is all over the back of Sad turn now as Saturn is not having the best pace in that Ford GT, especially around the tight S's, as Crow in that McLaren will absolutely fly. T says, how is Genji? Let's see where Genji is. Genji is currently in 6th place. They've got quite a distance up the road from Aaron McGrath, but they're quite a distance behind Dan Ziller as well. Well, that and Genji's working with one headlight at the moment in the dark, so credit where credit's due. Going back to some race stats for you, beautiful people. We're on lap 24 of 42 here now at Silverstone in the night. Tix Alcenda is still your race leader, and they also own the fastest lap at a blistering time. There's really no other way of putting it. At 2 minutes 3.3. Calm and composed, and I'm gonna see who that tight battle is between. Oh, it's for 13th place between Rue and Jubert. Jubert is now missing a headlight as he's obviously tapped the rear of Rue. No, Nathan Hooper is not racing today. Jubert is trying to close in on the back of Rue, but Rue extending the track massively. And whoa, what was that?
What did you spot?
Google just split Jubert and Rue like a cake butter walk as Jubert had to rapidly pull off to the side without hanging up the leaders. Rue pulls over, but that allows Jubert back in contention with Rue. It's all over the back of Rue, but can't seem to make anything stick. Let's see. Currently, Jubert and Rue are the closest two on track.
Also, one thing regarding what I sort of find a little bit beautiful right now in terms of modern day cars is the new Lexus LS brand series.
Lexus has always been a brand where you either love it or hate it, and I don't know, since the LFA, they've just never recaptured that magic. You know
But
what
yeah,
I
but
mean?
keep in mind the LFA was a sports car. The car I'm saying is a sedan in terms of luxury.
Oh yeah, I do get what you mean. But I will admit, have you seen Peugeot's new line of cars? I wish that was a joke, but have you actually seen it?
Let me do a little search.
Peugeot's new line of cars, I think it's like the 5.0 series. I saw it the other day and I genuinely almost mistook it for a Kia Stinger. They look really nice. You know, and that's a Peugeot, like, it's like, ugh. But, you know, they actually look really nice. T says working on 6 of the most beautiful cars.
Nah, I don't really know. I don't really like that brand. Looking at the ones available. I'm sorry, but no.
T saying that he's working on 6 cars. Well, one of them's got to be a Chevy, one of them's got to be a Ford, possibly Mustang, possibly Shelby. Then you've got to have a Dodge in there. What else is from the 60s? Maybe a Pontiac? But Jubert and Rue are fighting this out. I would not believe as R1R Twisted has separated the two drivers.
When then Silla and Twisted just catching Rue and Jubert as well, allowing Rue to more or less catch up to Jubert.
Rue has caught up immensely. But then again, and oh, Rue's going for the dive.
And he makes it clean. What a nice dive from Rue.
That is a very nice dive from Rue in the McLaren. And speaking of McLaren, would you like to hear a fun fact about McLaren?
What's the fact?
Do you realise it is currently 10 years since they started building road production cars again?
Yeah, since it's not roughly when they came into 12C.
Yes, it has been 10 years since the 12C. Because,
But before that, they didn't really make cars before that. They only went in co-joined with, was it McLaren one or Mercedes was, wasn't it? With that.
It was McLaren. It was Mercedes with the Mercedes McLaren, and then before that you had the legendary F1.
But yes, the F1 was the only one before they made, wasn't it? Which was a BMW engine in it.
It was a 6-litre V12 BMW engine, famously lined with gold.
And wasn't that engine technically meant to be in the M1 or something?
I believe it was made to be in the M1 Touring, but there wasn't enough room. But when they put it in the back of the McLaren, there was enough room to like just bump up everything and give it tons more air. Thus, like
McLaren Mustang. Somebody must be tripping.
Well, it is T. It is probably on painkillers.
Apparently, it's a true car.
Oh my god, it actually is a true car.
But it's in, apparently, from what I can describe from the looks, it's from the Fox Body generation.
Yeah. The McLaren M81 Mustang. What? How have I never heard of this car?
I think it's just because it's not really been spoken about.
No. There's not being spoken about, and then there's this. Since when did McLaren make a Mustang?
But this is co-joined with Ford, so similar to the Mercedes, I think.
That has just blown my mind. You see, this is why I like doing streams. You find out stuff you never knew before.
Where's Ephes and his facts?
Well, Ephes is currently enjoying Horizon 4 because it's a Saturday.
Do we need to get a bonk on his head so he can join us in chat?
Mind you, a bonk on the head, maybe. A bag of Brussels sprouts and we throw them one at a time at him. Now you're talking.
Ooh, I like where you're going with that.
Me and you would be the awkward buggers who had a bag of frozen peas and would just like blow them through a straw like poof!
Yes. And Rue's gone to the pits. Where's Scotty? He's up to 12 still. And where is he? Close anybody?
Yes, Nathan, you did blow my mind. Now,
He's currently
there
chasing
are-
down
let's see,
Phoenix
I
from the
think-
looks of it.
and Twisted and Danzilla are quite close again on track. Twisted's in front of Danzilla in 4th place. But Danzilla is right up their tailpipe once again with that Audi R8. However, the GT has better cornering, but the Audi R8 has speed and fuel efficiency, so I wouldn't go boosting just yet.
This can still be anybody's game if something happens.
That is true, actually. One slip, one wrong turn, and poof, you're gone. Scotty is currently up to 12th place after dropping all the way back to last with their incident earlier on in this race. We're on lap 29 of 42 now here at Silverstone. Nearly 3/4 of the way through. I can't believe we're actually nearly 3/4 of the way through already.
He's been going racing for an hour, so we roughly got about 30 more minutes. Roughly,
Yeah, I'd say about
roughly.
that. 30 minutes max. Yeah, I'd say that. What I'm more curious at is how the hell did Nathan know about that car?
Yes, Nathan.
Because
When did you learn about the McLaren Mustang?
I'm very curious because that is a car I have never seen in any game, never heard about, never seen advertised, never seen in any heritage. You know, that's one of those things where you like go, what? Twisted is starting to pull away a little from Danzilla, but not by much, as that Ford does have good acceleration. However, the Audi R8 has more, slightly on the top end. So, especially on the longer straights, he does pull him in. So we'll have to keep track and see how that affects their gap distances to one another. Time to break away now from Danzilla, so we'll check in with them in a bit, but we'll see. No, that's not that. That's overtaking a back marker. Let's go with that Scotty guy in 11th place now, as it looks like they've only got one headlight remaining.
That's ever since him in a wall. That's when it broke.
It is a bit strange though how it broke, how he's got the right tail light out and the left headlight, so. But
Might be because of how he hit the wall, maybe.
Oh, and there's a smattering of people in the pits. We've got Danzilla untwisted, literally bumper to bumper with one another now, because pitch stop shenanigans. Oh, and Danzilla just nudges the rear of Twisted. Danzilla looking on the inside. But that Ford GT has better acceleration out of a corner. They are unable to catch this lap. So judging by these cars, Saseo, which one would you like to be driving around this track?
I'm not too sure. What about you?
For me at the moment, I would say the Ford GT because it's got decent acceleration out of the corners, and by the time you actually lose out on the top end to like the R8 and the McLaren, you're already at the next braking point. So, but hey-oh.
True, but then
Send
again, you
is
also
currently in the...
had to think about the fuel consumption.
That is true, that is true. But speaking of which, Sender is no longer the leader of this race as they are in the pits. Oh, wait a minute, they are the leader. My thing lied to me. Okay. Thanks, game. You're perfect in every way. Artemis says, 14 lap final stint, let's go. Sender is just driving a perfect race here, and nothing is phasing them. But still Twisted and Danzilla. But oh no, this is going to throw things into the fray. Jubert's big pink and blue ass of that McLaren is going to get in the way of Twisted and Danzilla. Whoever gets past them cleaner will keep the position. Twisted looking cautious as they're trying to balance. Precious distance between Jubert and also precious distance between Danzilla as Jubert moves over, allowing Twisted and Danzilla pass, but Danzilla is a little bit closer to Twisted, allowing them to put the pressure on more. See if anyone else is roughly close. We've got that Scotty guy currently in 11th position, who is quickly approaching the rear of Laurie. Laurie in the Ford GT, Scotty in the McLaren. But mind you, Scotty is on 11% fuel. Whoa! As 15th place goes very wide, lets them pass.
I done a little research right now
Scotty.
on McLaren Mustang, and I find no information on it. It
Do you see what I
exists.
mean? It's like it doesn't exist. So can you really find nothing on it?
Not through McLaren itself, no. Like, there's nothing on any part that has like a McLaren site or lineup. They've all the way down to the F1 with nothing older for some reason.
Here we go. So,
Like, even on looking at Ford Mustang variations, there's like nothing.
So the Ford Mustang McLaren were produced for 4 years. 5-litre V8s, 5-speed manuals, Fox body Cobra with 131 horsepower. That is...
Oh, I see here at the top. Still, others have made purely for experimental concepts, such as the McLaren M81 Turbo. It was just an experimental concept. way I found this is on the Wikipedia on Ford Mustang variant, and it's like in the first top section that says it's just an experimental concept, which might be why it's not really much information out there about it.
So, looking from it here, it started life with 131 horsepower. McLaren's engineering team topped a Garrett T3 turbocharger with variable boost. The result of that was 175, as much as 190 on full boost. 0 to 60 in under 10 seconds. Functional brake ducts. I will say that is one of the weirdest things I have never known about a car.
And you're like the more or less biggest Ford head out there, or like you're pretty big Ford head, aren't you?
No. I'm a speedhead. There's a difference. I'm still amazed by that thing. Anyway, Snooty says, I've returned with liquor. What have I missed? Snooty, let's see. Scotty Guy crashed out spectacularly. There's been a couple of tight battles for first and fourth place. And we found out as a group today that McLaren made a Mustang.
Although it might be an experimental concept, it still run for a few years, wasn't it, through what you found out?
In fairness, though, they did...
Wait, what? You knew this, Daddy?
Oh, sorry, did I just totally miss the fact that they made a Mustang? Was I just like a little hermit in a shell?
The more you know.
My mind, I am genuinely sat here in pure confusion. How is Snooty? Oh, okay. Okay. So Snooty, what you're saying is, you only just found out a week ago that it existed, correct? He says, oh no.
Wait, McLaren? What?
What? What? McLaren country?
Okay, that one I need also research now.
I say, are we just dumb? Like, honestly, are we just dumb at this point? Because apparently everyone knows about the rare little
hey, search up McLaren Capri.
I have.
That actually looks good.
It strangely does. In the late 1970s, Ford made a luxurious version of its third generation Mustang marketed under the Mercury brand at the time. Called Capri, it was the first sports car built by the Dearborn Company since the production of the first generation Cougar was stopped in 1970. Based on the Fox platform, it was built in different versions until 1986 and was the most powerful ASC McLaren produced between 1984 and 1986. 290 units were assembled by American Specialty Cars Company and its Warren headquarters. I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned. R1R Twisted is currently in the pits for lap 35 of 42 here now. We have got a smattering of laps left to go. Yeah,
I,
we don't see
I
that.
think
It
that's
is still
because that's
dark as all
I'm
hell.
on. Well, keep in mind I'm 1 hour ahead, which might make it even darker. Like
That is
it's on.
true.
Since keep in mind that what I'm saying is how it's supposed to be for me, not the drivers.
Well, Snooty, if that's the case, impress us right now with a rando car knowledge
Well,
fact.
Snooty, hit us with another random car knowledge fact.
Because if that can top that Capri and the Mustang, my head actually might go pop. Snooty, hit us with it. But quite not literally. While Snooty is typing random car facts in chat, in a few countries, the Subaru
I think
Forester
I
is
actually know
branded
about
as
that.
Yeah, well, I knew about that. Yeah, I've heard of the Corvette station wagon. It looks dope.
Although from what I heard,
And
if
you
I
see,
remember correctly about this research, it's still on the steering wheel. It still says Subaru. They just changed the grille and nothing else.
well, that's Chevrolet for you.
Or what about? I think also what? Which car? I know Mitsubishi went in collaboration with an American company to sell in America for a specific car.
Wasn't that Chrysler, I believe?
Yes, Chrysler. That's correct.
Yeah, T. Yeah, T, we know. On that sort of thing, we know. You just threw us for a massive loop with the McLaren Mustang.
Which I think is a very rare odd entity out there. Like,
It's even stranger than Snooty.
I think if I ever came across that car and actually knew the history, I probably will try to keep it as stuck as possible and try to just maintain it so it can stay out there.
Oh, I completely agree with you there.
But if I think nowadays people who knows about that know the pricing of those cars that have them, so there's no way even close to the price class we will want to pay for them.
Either that or they're just so attached to the history of the car.
That too. MG Tuned Gallant. Ooh.
AMG Chungalan. Did not know about that, so let's have a looky. Oh my god, that looks good. Oh my god! It's got the chunky little 90s wheels. I need one.
Around 500 units made in 2 years.
I need one bad.
That's a 4G63 engine with 170 horsepower in 2 liter.
We're on lap 37 out of 42 here. 5 laps to go now. here. Back to the racing action as these drivers are still going. I want to see if there's anyone close, and there is bugger all people close. Speaking of close, it is nowhere near close. Ren is so far behind Sendit, who is still your race leader and still can't beat that fast time of a 2:03.32.
Ooh, Scott is currently chasing that, trying to chase down Ren, who's a lap ahead.
See, if he slips in his slipstream, that just might help pull him just a little
I
bit.
think also Scott has done all his pit stops by now.
But the question mainly will be, has everyone else done their pit stops?
That's a good question.
Let's have a look.
And it
So
seems
any
like Ren is
racing
stuck in
pilot-
nowhere land with back markers. Whereas like 30 seconds behind the leader Send It with 22 to Google Smurf. And he should be good for fuel.
So let's see. Currently, Phoenix is trying to chase down Saturn for 9th place. Not too far behind. Artemis just got overtaken by Scotty. Oh, and Artemis, as I see him, goes wide into T1 and it hits the gravel track.
Will that be
grass
turn
track.
3? Yes, it was turn 3. Looking at the map.
Yes, it was turn 3. Apologies.
I think it's so easy to forget that even though it's like long sleeping turns, it's easy to forget that those are considered turns too sometimes.
Even though some tracks don't consider them corners, and it's like, is it a corner or not? Everyone is very spread out right now. Which
Remix is more or less keeping it between 1 second and 1.4 with the sad turn for 9th place.
Saturn and Phoenix are the two closest people on track right now. Saturn holding on to 9th place. Phoenix holding on to 10th. As we're nearing the end of this race, has there been anyone who's stuck out to you, like, prominently?
Not that I really can think of. How about you?
For me, I actually have to say Genji, because Genji lost their headlight very early on in this race, and to go nearly full distance on one headlight is quite impressive, so I would have to say Genji for this one so far.
Good just a headlight depends on if it's using the racing line. Like, if you're running completely no lines at all, I'll see it, but I think he's running at least braking lines. But if they're seeing a little bit
Very
lighter
tricky.
than us, then it's also different. Like, then it's not as dark as we're seeing it. You see my
Okay,
point?
actually might... Well, hopefully I don't see the point that you're trying to make into a point, but I do see the point that you're trying to make, and hopefully not the point that other people think I'm looking at.
You're just getting an argument, aren't we?
Me and you argue? Never.
Oh, what's that,
Actually,
Snooty?
the no replacement for displacement crowd. Okay.
Oh my god! 9.9 liter.
Oh my god, I want that car!
What about the fuel consumption, though?
What's fuel consumption? It's just a noise machine. It don't move. Also, speaking of fuel consumption, have you seen the latest McLaren Artura?
No.
It is a replacement for the 570S, so it looks very similar, and I will admit, I'm not a fan of the look. Some people will hate me for that, but that's just my opinion.
I
Not
see
really.
what you mean. But it's
They've
not
got...
too bad either, but...
You'll see why I don't like it in a minute. Now, McLaren say it is a brand new design from the ground up. Now, I don't know about you, but I just see 650S and 570 and a little bit of 720 all just mashed together. Ooh, hang on,
Yeah,
hang on. We might have a retirement. Sad turn DNFs.
No, F in chat. With only like 2-3 more laps to go.
F in chat for sad turn.
If there's one car I really like of the McLaren, actually that seems a little bit odd, maybe it's the McLaren GT.
Oh, the GT is beautiful, but obviously you've got all your Yankee Doodle Americans saying, but the C8 Corvette, it looks just the same and it's for a third of the price. And it's like, there's a reason that Corvette's the third of the price. It's because the McLaren is actually properly built.
I really like the look of the McLaren one. Like it's so clean.
Well, no, the Artura, it's got a 670 horsepower engine, but it's lost the twin turbo V8 for a hybrid 3-litre twin turbo V6.
I think we're going to see a lot more hybrids coming through the years now. I'm not too surprised.
But I will say the noise of the Artura is garbage. It sounds, no offense, like a Honda. It just like, you know.
Soundtracks are getting duller. I do have to agree on that one. Like,
and there is a problem which no one else is seeing, and I'm like, they wouldn't put that there if there weren't an issue. In the back of, you know, the where you usually would see the engine bay.
yeah.
There is a hole that McLaren call a, I wish I was joking, a heat chimney, so that the battery pack and the engine don't melt together.
What?
Now, to me, that doesn't sound properly designed if it needs a heat chimney.
Oh, like, is it like a big hole right in the middle?
It's literally a big hole that goes to the top of the engine. Because without it, the engine and the battery pack would go to like 900 degrees. Send it though, about to cross the finish line. TXR Send It is your race winner here for the Mini Endurance Championship. 1 hour and 28 minutes
Oh,
later.
he said Genji coming just at wheel issues. That's a big F right at the end.
Oh. Snooty is a fancy oven. Look it up though. The McLaren Artura heat chimney. It's just a massive pipe that goes to the top of the engine so that it doesn't
There we
melt
go,
the
ran
battery
across
pack.
the line in second.
And Google following closely behind in third, about to cross. Yeah, right about now. Just under a minute behind Send It, which ain't too bad, but Send It running away with it. Danzilla finishing in fourth. Actually managed to overtake R1R Twisted. Twisted coming over the line. Now, Genji quite a while back.
For the spread of field.
It is a very spread out field. Oh, I just put myself in the eye. Oh,
At least it happened at the end of the race, not the beginning.
that's good because I can't see Jack Buggery now. Genji finishing in sixth, Crow in seventh. Aaron McGrath looking to finish in eighth. Forza Comp in chat saying GG, well done, Send It. Yes, very well done, Send It. And nice to see you chat, Forza Comp GG. How are you doing, my friend? Aaron McGrath finishing up in a tidy 8th, Felix in 9th, Laurie about to cross the line now in 10th. That Scotty guy, after his big incident,
At least managed to get up to
coming home
11.
in 11th place. We are just rounding
And
up
there's
round
the
3 of the
timer.
Mini Endurance Championship. And there actually is the timer, so we've got to ask ourselves, who is driver of the day? I think there's only really one person.
And who's your suggestion?
I've got to say Send It. He drove a flawless race with just literal no problems whatsoever.
True, but I'd say they also Sen or Ren is a good contender, despite starting pole. He managed to stay at least in second place after the first corner.
That is true. That is very true. But anyway, thank you to all of you guys and gals watching our coverage of round 3 of the Mini Endurance Championship.
Oh no! Scotty was killed by curbs.
Oh.
That will be all for tonight. We'll see you on the start of the 2003 GT Speed World Championship on Tuesday, which is the beginning. We'll see you then. I'm a good co-host, Haseo. This is my good co-host, Metal Gage as well. We see you then.